So yesterday I posted this video right here, and this comment, I want to read it to you. So I definitely want us to continue the conversation rather, in the comment section down below. And the reason for that is because it is so thought provoking. So I'm going to read it as it is, and then we'll break it down as we go. The comment begins by, "The state didn't think this through." I already have a commentary on that. Right off the first sentence, I'm like, yes, that is the problem that the state is currently faced with, because that is how, for example, they're saying it was a WhatsApp call, but then because they didn't think it through, they didn't look at the timeline, they didn't cross-check their nganekwane, okay, and check when were WhatsApp calls created. They created nganekwane based on present day circumstances and conditions and technology. They forgot that technology was not always there. It was not always there. WhatsApp call technology only was not available in 2014. Most specifically, the 2nd of August 2014 and the 15th of October 2014, which is when the state alleges, or should I say the investigating team, aka the lead investigator, Brigadier Kinenda, says Colonel Steyn told him, okay, he brought him the information based on the downloads, not the Vodacom 205s, but based on the downloads. We don't know if the downloads were cooked. I'm not saying they were cooked, but we do know, according to the lead investigator, that the downloads, okay, the data was received from Vodacom in PDF format, and then jiggy somewhere, somehow, TSU department, it became an editable document. It became a member of the Word family. But you know what, Asiko Lapo, this is where, the discrepancies start. But you know what, let's continue reading this comment. Okay, let me know your thoughts so far. Did the state think this through when creating the Nganekwane, allegedly? Okay, the comment goes on to say, by placing Zunizer as the witness has backfired badly on the South African police services. Imagine that. They have overplayed their hand by not arresting him and investigating his involvement. Because how is it possible, guys? How many times have I sang this in my videos? How is it possible that a whole policeman, okay, a whole police member of the South African police services knew Izinkabi, okay? There's no problem, okay? It is not illegal to know Izinkabi, but it is illegal to be present at the commissioning of a crime, okay? But let me read this as it is. A whole police knew Izinkabi as our narrator's voice and had no problem visiting them. So he knew the Izinkabis. That was Gwabini, his nephew, and he had no problem going with Makosonke, picking up Makosonke and going to hang out with Izinkabi, and then they did their whole, everybody's here, firearms down, everybody submit your firearms, okay? We are Izinkabi, we are all loaded, but when you are here in my house, everybody submits their firearm, we hand it back to you when you leave. And the policeman said, who is in this case Constable Sizwe Zungu, says, that's a brilliant idea. I'm going to hand over my service pistol as well. But the comment goes on to say, I mean, for all we know, he might have given them his gun at one point, fully aware it was going to be used for something sinister. And you know what? That's a food for thought. I hadn't come up with that one. I hadn't thought of that one through. But yeah, he's only told us in his statement, of course, from May 2023, he's only told us then that that's the only Nganekwane that he's told aloud, where he was there in the presence of Izinkabi. But he doesn't say that was the first and last time. He doesn't say that was the only time. And he doesn't seem like he was uncomfortable. In fact, if at all anything, it seemed like this was a regular occurrence. So how do we know that his firearm, after being handed in, is not the one that was used for something sinister? Well, that's a great point there, okay? Let's continue reading this comment on. It goes on to say, how do you go to people you know very well that they deal with guns and are hitmen? How do you do it? As a police officer, a friend of the court, an officer of the court. But you know what? Keep going. The comment proceeds to say, why is he not fired or suspended? Because he plays with criminals in hostels. Okay? Let me know in the comment section, should Constable Sizwe Zungu have been fired or at the very least, bare minimum, suspended after he told his Nganegwane and his tendency to be around in the midst of criminals? Unless, of course, he's an informer. But he didn't say that. He didn't tell us that. He plays with criminals in hostels. It's not a criminal offense to be in hostels, so don't come for me for saying that. But what was he doing there? As a policeman, those are the type of people you shouldn't hang out with, even if they are family. If you are a good policeman, you would understand the consequences of being found with such people, actually, even if you were not a policeman, for as long as you knew. That is, if the law takes its course. You know, when you fill up a bucket with water and you have to walk a mile, but the problem is the bucket has holes. You keep on trying to leave. The problem is that the bucket has holes, and you keep on trying to leave or move from the tap without the bucket quickly running out of the water, but you can't because the bucket has holes. As soon as you close the tap, the bucket is no longer full because the bucket has holes. That's how bad the state case has become. Not only have they allowed the defense to poke many holes in their story, but the state itself has poked many holes. That's true. And that is so true. The state has poked holes in their own Ganegwane, because it's sometimes understand where they're kind of like realizing, wait a minute, What's Up was not, wait, what? What's Up call was not available in 2014? Oh man, how are we going to work with this? The commenter goes on to say, it's a shit show, okay? And no one can save the state now. Even if Rutte can find these guys guilty, he will be poking many holes. They should just throw away the bucket and find a new bucket, aka case 375, okay? I hope I got it right. Even then, Abo, Kininda, and Baloi and the NPA would need to answer why did they proceed with this case 363 the way that they did. This case has opened a can of worms for the government. I hope Nisi will get everything Ngomezulu was working on, and I hope the defense doesn't eat anything provided by the state in the court, even its coffee. They shouldn't be careless now. Each one must know they're capable of dying any moment. And the commenter ends it off with, please spread the love. My name is Lutando Sound. And you know what? You guys know I don't normally share names when I read comments, because I don't have the permission to share the names. We never actually did it. But this commenter goes on and does share their name. So I'm also, of course, going to share it with you. And not only am I going to do that, please check out his channel, okay? Please check out his channel. I went over, I listened to some of the music, absolutely love it. I think I'm going to link it in the first comment in this video. Great sounds, okay? So please, guys, Mzansi Unfiltered family, can we go and support Lutando, okay? Lutando Sound, and listen to their music. I'm going to subscribe as well and subscribe to their channel, and let's help grow an artist, because this is amazing music. I love it. In fact, I would definitely use your music as a background of some of my videos. So, you know, I hope that encourages you. But yeah, let me know your thoughts, guys, on this comment. Very interesting take. Very, very interesting take. I'm going to end this here. There's another comment I want to pull up and read, but I'm going to read that separate, because that comment was in reaction to Warrant Officer Makubo. The video I posted about Warrant Officer Makubo with regards to the letter that Professor Mary DeHaas shared, well, that Patricia shared Marriage House shared with Patricia, and Patricia shared with us, the rest of us, okay? But thanks so much for watching. I definitely want to hear from you down below in the comment section. What are your thoughts on this comment? Did the state think this through? So when the NPA said, you know what? This is the case. This is the case we're choosing. We are taking docket 363. We are moving forward with it. Do you think they thought it through? Did they look through thoroughly all the evidence? And then they concluded, you know what? We have a strong case, until Pinky Van Dillingham came and said, you know what? I don't see those calls, okay? I don't see accused number 5's phone number calling Kelly Khumalo on the 2nd of August or on the 15th of October of 2014. I don't see that. Okay, and I'm Vodacom. This is the records from Vodacom. So it's a battle of the records between Vodacom and what South African Police Services say they downloaded. And what I love about Advocate Mshololo's cross-examination, which I hadn't realized at the time, when Pinky Van Dillingham was on the stand, is that Mshololo said, how did Stein authenticate the download? Stein was not the original downloader. He did not have the cell phones on hand to verify that what he has received as the downloads is actually valid and correct and authenticated. So he just authenticated how? And you know what? I'm curious. How did Stein authenticate the data? Because what Stein has doesn't correlate with what Vodacom has, but they will argue that this was what was physically downloaded from Kelly Khumalo's cell phone, but we don't have Kelly Khumalo's cell phone at the SAPS 13 anymore. So how is this possible? You know what? That is definitely a hole well poked by Mshololo. We gotta wait for next week to see, has the state spent this time away, repairing the holes, mending the holes, enhancing the Caucasian? I don't know. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you've made it this far in the video, you absolutely know you have my heart. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll definitely catch you on my next upload. If you're not yet subscribed to the channel, today is a good day to consider joining us, because that helps you become a part of our family and helps us reach our goal of 100,000 subscribers. I can't even believe I'm saying that, but it's time I said it out loud so that we speak it into existence. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you on my next upload.